And welcome back to a new video. So this is my weekly live Q&A. Mike here with Mike's Drones and More, guys. And so we're doing it later this afternoon because I literally about an hour ago got back from doing drone racing today. Got to fly the big 5-inch racers, so which is awesome. We had good weather and good enough to where we were actually able to race today, which was really nice. So I am super excited about that. Let's see some updates for you guys. So I did finish the Realac build, so this got finished this week. So the build video for this is coming out next week, so you guys should see that Wednesday. So Wednesday's video will be all about the build video. I take you from basically beginning all the way through, so that way if you're interested in building this particular kit, you can, and hopefully next week I can get it out and actually do some racing with it. I'm not quite finished with it because of the simple fact that this was originally the VTX I was going to use, a flat VTX, but because of the frame right here, it doesn't fit all the way, so I had to order another VTX, so I'm waiting on that to come in so I can finish that. But other than that, really, that's pretty much it. But it turned out to be a nice, smooth build. I'm really happy with this guy, and I can't wait to get this out and fly it. So I'm really super happy about that. So I'll go ahead and hang this little guy over here. There we go. Okay. And also I started building this one. So this is the video I did on Friday of the frame. This is the EX220 frame that I did. It's very close to my original build that I did with the Leesum 210, but this is a 220 frame, so it's very similar. And you can see I've already actually put the flight controller on there. I soldered on the XT60 connector last night, so that this is currently my next build. So I'm hoping this build video will be out sometime next week. I'm waiting on the motors and the ESCs to come in, and as soon as that comes in, then I can basically put everything together. I am going to be using my Foxeer camera that I got from Drone Drop, and that's going to be my camera that I'm going to be using for this one. And I'm also going to hopefully use, I haven't decided if I'm going to use them or not, but I'm going to use the anti-vibration mounts that I got in the Drone Drop box last month as well. So definitely going to be using the Drone Drop stuff. So that's what it looks like so far. It's just got the flight controller in there. Again, I'm waiting on some motors and ESCs to come in, and as soon as those come in, I can actually start up on the build on this one. I did get some new motors today from my good buddy and pilot, Kite FPV. So these are some Emax motors. I don't think I'm going to use them on this build. I'm going to keep them, and I'm going to wait until my next build, because this build I want it to be all Furibee GearBest, and then that one is going to be all just Banggood. And then what we'll do is we'll do a separate video for both of those. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a Banggood versus GearBest drone build. And we're going to see which one does better in the long range, or flies better. So that's what I am looking forward to on that. So let's see what else, other updates. This last week on Wednesdays, I go Tiny Whoop Racing. So I got some FPV footage from that. And I did get some FPV footage from today, so I'm actually in the process of making that video for you guys for tomorrow. So look forward to that. I'll have the I took my video camera out, so you'll have the video camera, and then I'm planning on overlaying my FPV footage in one of the corners, so that way you guys can see the whole field, but then you can also see the FPV footage as well. So I thought that would make a really cool video for you guys, and see everything like that. So luckily we had some awesome weather today. It's gonna be raining a little bit later, so luckily we got out just in time, so that was perfect. And this coming up Wednesday, I know I've got somebody that lives in Greeley, Colorado. So the guy that lives in Greeley, Colorado, I will find you and I will message you directly, but I know he was interested in FPV, and I'm going to be in Greeley, Colorado next week on Wednesday at the Moxie Theater at about 7 o'clock. We're going to be doing another Tiny Whoop race there, which is really cool. So I'm stoked about that, and I'm going to be flying my little red one. So, which is really, really cool. Some other updates for the channel. So I actually got to use this tool. So when I soldered on the XT60 connector, when I made that, I actually used this tool to solder it on. So that was cool. So I actually figured out the tool and was using it, and that was courtesy of Rob Ruth, one of my patrons. He actually was the one that found the article on how to use that tool, which was pretty cool, and it was actually pretty handy. It worked out really good. So I'm glad that Drone Drop sent that for me, and I've got a Drone Drop box coming next week. Hopefully, I don't know, probably sometime next week. They usually ship out on like the 19th usually, so they usually take about 3 to 4 days to get to me, because I think they come somewhere back east. I'm not sure exactly where, but so that will be coming soon. The Drone Drop for March. Let's see, I'm trying to think of some other big things that are coming up. A lot more drone racing and things like that, so definitely got a lot of things coming up for the channel. Don't forget, next week on Tuesday, GearBest. I'm going to try and do a separate video on Tuesday just for GearBest. It's their 4th year anniversary, guys, and I'm going to try and get out the best coupons for you guys, of the things that I think that you guys would be really interested in. They're going to have a huge clearance sale, whole bunch of stuff, almost like a Black Friday sale, but not quite. But they're going to have a whole bunch of things on clearance and sale, including all their racing drones and a whole bunch of stuff. So I'll try and go through the list of things and then make a video for them for their 4th year anniversary, which is really cool. So I think that's all I've got for the updates on the channel and things coming up like that. Let's see here. So I am going to order a micro kit. So it's going to be a 2-inch build that I'm going to be ordering here pretty quick, and that'll be coming in, and I'll actually be going over the whole 2-inch build with you guys. And because I know I've been doing a lot of 5 inches and a lot of tiny whoops, but I haven't done very many micros, and I only have one micro. I've got my awesome 100, so I'd like to do maybe a couple more micros for you guys, because I know some people are interested in that as well. So that will be coming very soon here, so keep your eye out for that. That's probably going to be in the next like few weeks or so down the road. But if you guys have any videos that you want me to do, suggestions that you would like. Oh, hello from the Netherlands. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. So, wow, that's cool. Awesome. So, yeah, so if you guys have any suggestions for me, videos that you want me to do, if there's any tutorials that you want me to do, I've got a drone build video coming, so that's going to be a tutorial. Anything that you guys can think of that might help you guys out if you're just learning to do drone racing or drones in general, or anything I can do to help you guys out, let me know. I would really much appreciate it. I am going to be working with a couple of the well-known FPV pilots, so I'm going to be working with Team Defiance. He was down in Florida for the big drone race down there, and he's a really awesome pilot. He actually placed 2nd today, which was cool. And I'm going to be doing an interview with Steve Neutron. He's one of the big Tiny Whoop guys, so I'm going to be doing an interview with him as well. So he's pretty cool. And hopefully, if Lunchbox FPV has time, I can do an interview with him. It'll be like a live Skype video, so you guys will actually be able to watch the video as we talk and things like that. So I've got some big interviews planned, hopefully everybody's schedules and things like that, but those aren't going to be coming for a while. So that's all I have for just the general stuff, channel updates and things like that. So what we're going to be doing with these live Q&As is we're going to be doing them every Sunday now. And every Sunday it's going to be open to everybody. But keep in mind, on the every other Sunday, so this Sunday it's open to everybody. And then next week it's open to everybody. But the patrons will always get top priority if they post a question. So that's kind of like a little incentive for you to check out my Patreon. And oh, thank you. Yeah, I've finally over the bronchitis. that lasted for about a month, unfortunately. So that really was horrible. But yeah, I feel a whole heck of a lot better. Spring's coming, so that is allergy season for me. So, but we'll see. I've got my Allegra, so hopefully I will be doing a lot better. Ray, hello, how are you? So let's go ahead and open it up to you guys. Go ahead and let's put some questions out there. Whatever you guys have questions for me, if you got a question on racing drones, if you have a question on flight boards, setups, I don't know, whatever you guys have questions on, let me know. So, and like I said, got some new motors in. I got these, actually, I bought these from my pilot friend Kite. These are the Emax motors, which are pretty cool. I will pull these out. And my cat decided to photobomb us, so sorry guys. There we go. Okay. So these are the Emax 2300, and these are 2750 kV motors. So these are pretty freaking sweet motors. Check those out. So yeah, I'm liking these a lot. I can't wait. These are going to go on the this build here with the black drone, because I want it to be a Fury Bee drone altogether. But definitely on the next build, I just haven't decided what frame I'm going to do. I think actually I might make another Leesum, the first purple drone that I did, my racing drone, and just have a backup for that as well. So that was cool. So I did actually fly the B flight today for one round, but it didn't feel very good to me. I'm so used to flying my purple one. So it was feeling a little weird, so I just landed it, and I didn't do very well with it. And my space one, for some reason, the receiver turns on. It's just not arming, so I got to figure out what the heck's going on with there. I don't know if something happened in the beta flight, so I'm going to be, after the video, hooking it up on Betaflight and trying to figure out what the heck is going on with that particular drone. Oh, one thing I wanted to show you guys that I did on the purple drone. Let me grab it here really quick off the wall. So you might have noticed, well, I snapped one of those earlier, but you might have noticed I used to have the antennas. They were sticking up out here like that and like that, right? So I decided, because they kept snapping the wires. So what I've done is I took them off the poles here, and I rerouted them on the legs. So now they're on the legs. And then what I'm going to do is, I didn't have time to do it at the race, but on the suggestion of Matt Roper. Matt is an excellent racer, and he is Team Defiance. So if you get a chance, check out his channel. Just go to YouTube and look up Team Defiance. He's a really awesome racer, and he's really super fast. So I'm learning lots of things from Matt Roper, Team Defiance. Hopefully I can get as good as him someday, because he is really super fast. But so I rerouted those out this way, so that way the props don't get in the way, everything like that. And this is, of course, the Pagoda antenna. So you can kind of see it's got a nice, slick line now, which is nice. So, and I really like these Pagoda antennas. If you guys are getting into drone racing, definitely get the Pagoda antennas, because I really like them a lot. They give you good video range, good clarity, and things like that. So I did have one actually go bad on me, but that's because it's been crashed so many times that I think it finally died. So I had to switch that out during a race, which was no big deal. So I put this one on, and yeah, really good video. And I really like this this particular camera. This camera, this is the AKK Tech camera, and it's pretty good. It's not too bad. I like it a lot. So, but I'm really looking forward to my Foxeer camera, and I want to see how that does on my new drone build. So yeah. So okay, well, let's go ahead and open it up to you guys. I have my video over here on the side, so I'll be able to see everybody's questions. So if you have a question, in the meantime, I'm going to take a drink of my tea. There we go. And if anybody has any questions, it's open to you guys, whatever you want. So, and that's my wife. So, all right. Does anybody have any questions whatsoever? Or if you have a question you want me to answer it, just make sure at the end of the video that you put it down there for me. But yeah, so we'll leave it. If nobody posts a question, we'll leave it on for about 5 minutes or so. Okay, so Scott, you need to come to the South to Louisiana and visit. I would love to come down to Louisiana. I'd love to come down there for Mardi Gras, which would be really, really freaking cool. What would be cool is if I came down to Louisiana during the Mardi Gras and flew my tiny whoop in between the crowd and some of the floats and stuff like that. That would actually be an awesome time. And I know, Scott, you may not be a hunter, but isn't Duck Commander down there? I think, are they in Louisiana? I think, or are they in Alabama or Arkansas or one of those? But I think they're in Louisiana. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So I'll wait for your answer on that. So next question was the legend. He wants to know, how long do these motors last in hours? So are you talking about brushed motors, like regular racing motors, or are you talking about brushed motors, like tiny whoop motors? So kind of let me know which motors you're talking about, because they definitely do have a oh, they're about 30 minutes away. Awesome, very cool. I've always wanted to go and visit there, to the Duck Commander, Duck Commander, Buck Commander, same thing, and go see those guys. I do actually have some my kids, they live down in Georgia, so that wouldn't be too far or something like that. But Louisiana, I think, would be really cool. That's one of the places I've always wanted to visit. Yeah, I like Cajun food too, so so that would be another good reason to go down there. So awesome. So yeah, Legend, when you get a second, let me know if you're okay. You mean brushless motors? Okay. So brushless motors, they actually last a really long time. Gator watching, there you go. Nice. So yeah, brushless motors, if you're not racing too hard. So I've seen some of the race guys, they don't last very long because they burn these things up pretty quick. But mine, I have had mine on my purple drone for, I've had that for about 6 months now, and it's still on the same motors. So unless really you get something inside the motor where it stops spinning, or you burn out the motor itself, they're going to last a really long time. Racer Star, yes. My motors are the Racer Star brand. And you know what? They are cheap, but you know what? They last forever. I've had these same Racer Star motors on here, this thing forever. And you know what? They're not super, super fast, but they are really, really good motors. I like them a lot. So, yeah, exactly. So definitely I enjoy them. And you guys will actually get to see Mr. Kite, FPV. He will be on tomorrow's FPV video. He'll be doing a dance for us all. So if you're if you want to see a dance, check him out, and he will be on my video tomorrow, as well as I think Matt snuck on there as well, and a whole bunch of the other guys. So we're trying to promote some of the local FPV guys, and really trying to help out their channels and stuff like that. So yeah, so definitely tune in tomorrow's FPV video. I got some awesome footage today. So, and like I said, if I'm going to contact my person that's in Greeley that was asking about it last month when I was at the Moxie Theater, because he wanted to come down. So if you're watching this video, I forget what your name is. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to pull up the video and I'll find you real quick here. So that way I can give you a shout out. Let's see here. Go to my videos. While I'm waiting for that, why don't you guys, any questions, go ahead and post them and I'll pop back over again and I can answer your questions while I'm looking up that video. Let's see here. That was in Fort Collins. What was here? How's the Fury Breedboard? So I don't know yet. I'm in the process of building it. I was showing everybody actually. So I've got it hooked up, and I've got the board soldered here. So, but so far I'm not sure. We'll see. I've never used an all-in-one board before, so this will be my first board. So we will see the first all-in-one board, how that actually flies. Okay, so we had a question from the legend. He said, what are the best affordable batteries? Okay, so I know for a fact that I'll just grab my batteries. So these ones here, so these are the Venom batteries, and you can get these most like hobby shops. Like I got this from Hobbytown in town. These ones are a little bit more expensive, but the batteries that I really, really like a lot, honestly, guys, are the Tattoo batteries. These batteries are really, really decent batteries. I think this cost me a little over, I think it was $25 for, and this is a 4-cell battery, $25 for a battery, and these are 1375C batteries. So if you're going to get into drone racing, I would definitely not go with anything with lower than a 75C rating, for a 5-inch anyway. But the Tattoo brand, they're not horribly expensive as some of like the other ones, but they are really, really good. So I really like these batteries. I have not had a single issue with these Tattoo batteries. I did have an issue with one of these batteries, one of the Venom batteries, and it actually, you can see there's a little burn mark there. It actually puffed and I lost one of the cells. So this is a 4-cell, but it's still all 3 cells charge fine, and I still fly it as a 3-cell, and it's perfectly good. But for some reason, that 4th cell just decided to just die. So, and this is the only brand I've had a trouble with, but I have been using these Tattoo batteries. I use this on my Micro, my 2-inch, and I use it on my 5 inches. And Tattoo batteries are I really like these a lot. There's a lot of other brand batteries out there, but Tattoos they're pretty inexpensive. They're not too bad. So in my opinion, that's probably the best battery bang for your buck right there. And you can buy them on Amazon. You can buy them on eBay. You can go get FPV has them. Lots of places have them. So there's definitely lots of supply out there for those. So that's the batteries that I like. So let's see, which Tiny Whoop, this came from Ray Lugo. So he says, which Tiny Whoop would you like, let's see, which Tiny Whoop you like more with turtle mode? Okay, so turtle mode, or it's called meow mode. Meow mode only works with Inductrix boards. I think it's the Inductrix Pro is what it is, and it's basically exactly, it's turtle mode. So if your Tiny Whoop is on the ground like this, you can hit the button and it'll flip back over like that. Now the Betaflight has not come up with anything yet for turtle mode for these little guys. I hope Betaflight comes out with something that would be really cool if we could actually program this in on Betaflight, because the Inductrix guys right now are the only ones that have the turtle mode option. So I think it's maybe if Kite can help us out with this one, I think it's the Inductrix Pro is the one that has it's called meow mode or turtle mode. Basically, it's the same exact thing. So, but yeah, so those do not. And then oh yeah. So Kite also suggested, he said, don't forget about the Inductrix, or not the Inductrix, Indestructible Quads Lipo 100C for $22. So actually, I haven't flown one of those, but I'm gonna, after the video, I'll go check them out, and maybe I'll have to order a couple of them and fly them around and see just how well they do. So yeah, definitely, for sure. So yeah, so again, Betaflight does not have turtle mode or flip over mode. That is only right now for the Inductrix. So if the Betaflight developers are watching, we would like to have turtle mode available for our Tiny Whoops. Hint, hint. Not that they're going to be watching my video, but you never know. So, oh, and say hello to Rob Ruth, everybody. Rob is one of my original viewers. So, and he's also one of my patrons. So, Rob, hello. Thank you for watching. Yeah, you never know exactly. Maybe Betaflight developers, or maybe they'll come up with something new for for the Tiny Whoops only. It would be really nice. So, all right. Let's see here. Any more questions anybody has? We're at about 25 minutes now, so I like to keep them about half an hour. I would love to talk for hours and hours with you guys. I just don't have the time, honestly, and everything like that. But definitely watch tomorrow's FPV video. I got some really good footage, and I think you guys are going to really like it a lot. I got some Tiny Whoops stuff as well. So one thing I wanted to ask everybody, if you're watching this video later, you can post a comment for me. But do you guys like when I do the live stuff on the racing nights? So that's one thing I would want to know. Do you guys like the live videos that I do on Tiny Whoop night or even race day? I can do like a quick 15-minute interaction with you guys while I'm racing. So let me know about that. And let's get back to the questions because we got a couple. So Scott Tuttle, ever heard anything about the Mavic drones new... Heard anything about Mavic drones newcomers? I have not. Are you talking about? You're not talking about like the Mavic Pro, like for DJI. You're talking about Mavic drones. I haven't heard much of them, but I will definitely look them up and see what I can find about them. What do I think about the B-Brain flight controller? I don't use the B-Brain. I use Beta FPV. That's my flight board of choice, but I've heard very, very good things about the B-Brain, and that was the question from Ray. Ray, is it Lugo or Lugo? I don't know how to say your last name. I'm horrible with last names. You guys should know that by now. But the B-Brain, I've heard really good things about the B-Brain. I think it's a pretty good board. Okay, so Rob says he likes the race nights. Okay, so I think what I'll try and do is... this Wednesday night, I'll try and do a little quick video for you guys and kind of show you around. So, yes, he's been looking at the Air. Know more about the tiny drones. Okay. All right, awesome. Okay, so I will try and do a video on the nights that we race on Tiny Whoop or something like that, just to kind of show you guys around. It's really hard to do videos while I'm racing, and the reason it's because you just kind of got to be there in person, but it's kind of hard because usually after my race I have to spot for the next race, which means I'm usually sitting next to the racer and we're counting laps for them and helping them and telling them when there's traffic ahead of them, traffic behind them, and guiding them through the course and things like that. So I have to put my full attention on the racer that I'm spotting for, and vice versa. And then, of course, just getting ready for the race in general, because you got to make sure everything is in proper order and ready to race for your next race, because you never know when something's going to go wrong. It's inevitable when you drone race, something goes wrong. Your video goes bad. You guys got to expect the unexpected when it comes to drone racing. It never fails. Something always happens. Like today, I forgot my big, gigantic bag of propellers at the house. So I didn't have any extra propellers with me at all. But luckily, I didn't break any today. So that was awesome. And I ended up, I think there was... Hey, honey, how many people were racing today? Wasn't there like 10 or 12? Do you remember how many people were racing? We had 2 heats, right? 2 heats of... There was 10, right? Okay. So I placed 10th. I came in last place. But I'm still a newbie when it comes to racing. But I'm getting better each and every week that I go out and race. So if you're looking into getting into drones, definitely get out there and race. Just practice and race. Just get out there and just do it. Yeah, that's my definitely suggestion. So Scott says, thanks. And then Legend says, must sleep. Oh, it's midnight. I was going to say midnight in Holland. So thank you for tuning in from the Netherlands. I appreciate that. So tune in next week, and hopefully you'll be able to see my next video. So thank you very much. All right. So let's see. Oh, Dwayne's on. So Dwayne Covey, everybody say hi to Dwayne. Dwayne is also one of my patrons, and Charles Tillery, he is one of my patrons, and Herbert is one of my patrons as well. So I think I've got all my patrons online with me. So say hello to everybody, to my patrons. I appreciate that. So Charles, he says he likes the race nights, interested in something different. So okay, I will start trying to do a weekly live race for you guys. So I'll try and definitely do that for you. And I need to build my own tracks to practice. I know I have been, I'm going to be ordering some of those foldable soccer hoop things. You know, they unfold and then they have like a bottom and a top, and then you just cut the net out of the back. So I'm going to order some of those. I think you can order like a set of 2 of them for like $40 or something like that. I don't know what it is, but I'm definitely going to be getting some of those because, yeah, I need to practice. I was just telling my wife that earlier today at the races. After work, when I get home, now that we have daylight savings time is back, that's the only thing I like about daylight savings time is I've got more light now at the end of the day, so I can actually race and it's not dark. And get out to the park and just practice. The more time you have on the sticks and practicing, the better. So definitely. So and Dwayne says hi to everybody. Yeah, and the more you race, the better you get. I've noticed the more each time that I race, PVC pipe too. Yes, absolutely. I'm going to be making some of my own things like that. So, and definitely getting out and doing some racing. So maybe I can try and do some live stuff with you guys while I'm there, and you guys can check it out. I don't know. We'll see. So where I live in Longmont, Colorado, Longmont's pretty cool. They are really, really nice. They don't really care about drones or stuff like that, you know, and it's all G airspace, so it's general airspace through here. So everybody is really nice. So, and Herbert said put them throughout the house. Yeah, I've done a couple of little just drone races throughout the house with my Tiny Whoop, and so it's pretty fun, but I need to get some more gates and stuff like that. So now that it's springtime, and well, it's not spring till like Tuesday, I think, officially, but now that it's summertime, I can actually get out and start doing some more of the big racing. I like the Tiny Whoops, but I really want to get into the 5-inch racers. So yeah, so we'll keep it going for a few more minutes since all my patrons are here and they're online. Did any of you guys have any questions for me? So I know they're online, and did you guys? So also, I want to know, guys, if you're watching the video afterwards, do you like these live Q&As later in the afternoon? Today I did later in the afternoon because of the simple fact that I was racing all day long, so I couldn't do the live Q&A till afterwards. But I think afternoon is going to be better for everybody, just because everybody can tune in and everybody can watch the videos. And so Rob had a question. So he said they need to develop a drone simulator like they have for the RC planes. So they do actually, Rob. There's one called Velocidrone. So Velocidrone is absolutely a great drone simulator. So check that out. There's a really inexpensive one that's not too bad. It's called Freerider. So Freerider is not a bad simulator, but Velocidrone, I like that one. That's my personal favorite because it's very realistic and it's not too bad at all. I think it cost me like $20 or something like that because it's in the UK. So the exchange rate, it came out to like $23, something like that. But it's not bad for an FPV. Also, bringing that to you guys, would you be interested in maybe one night during the week where I could hop on live and share my screen with you guys, and you can watch me, practice on Velocidrone and talking to you guys at the same time? Would that be something you're interested in? So definitely put that down in the comments for me or in the questions. That would be perfect. And Herbert says yes, and Dwayne says yes. So perfect, guys. I will definitely be doing that. Let's see. So Calm Springs, I've never heard Calm, so he's somebody new. He said, "Hey, Mike, I have a question. I have private miniature railroad. Would flying on my train while moving be a FAA violation?" That is a tough question, because I know you're not supposed to. So are you talking about where you would be actually like driving the actual, or driving, I don't know how you drive a train, but anyway, would you be driving the train and then be doing be flying a drone? If that's the case, I know you're not allowed to fly a drone while flying over my train, not while driving. Oh, okay. So yeah, I don't think you'd be any violation whatsoever. If it's your own private railroad and things like that, I wouldn't see a problem with it. But I would check with your local FESDO. That's the, I forget what the acronym, but it's basically your local person. Just check with them and make sure that it's okay, because I know some of those are kind of fun. But if it's your own private area, I don't see a problem with it. So, but that's just my opinion. I'm not the FAA, so don't quote me on that, because I don't know. But check with them. Just go to the FAA.gov and look up whoever your local FESDO person is, and they can help you out with that. Another good place you can actually, that would be a really good question for Drone U. So hop on YouTube and look up Drone U. And you can actually write them in a question, and they may have a video on that. I don't know, but that would be a really good question for them to answer. So yeah, definitely put that out there. So let's go back up to some of the questions. All right, so everybody's in agreement. I'll start definitely on Tiny Whoop Night. I will try and do a live video for you guys. Maybe I can have my wife hold the camera while I'm flying and try and do something like that. Also on race days, maybe I can try and do a live quick video for you guys. Help, so you can kind of see how we interact. We just have a blast. We have so much fun on race days. I wish you guys could be there with me, because you know what? It's not all serious about drone racing. We have fun. We tell jokes. We laugh all day long. I mean, we just have a blast. I mean, it's just like hanging with your buddies, basically, except for you're hanging with your buddies and you're flying drones. I mean, you can't get much better than that, right? And I have my awesome wife with me. I drag her out to the drone races. God love her. She puts up with my drone racing. But I love that she gets to come with me, and that I get to spend good quality time with her as well. So it's all kinds of fun. So. Let's see. Yeah, I know I would love to get a big get together for everybody. I would love to do like a tour and just stop at different states for you guys and just be able to interact with everybody and do flying with everybody and stuff like that. So maybe if we could raise enough money for me to do a tour, I'll take a week off and I'll just rent an RV or something like that. We can all go and fly together or something like that. That would be really cool. So, yeah, something to definitely think about. So, so let's see here. Fly the drone over the railroad. So I know we've got some railroads here close to town, but I don't like to fly over trains and stuff like that. I just, that's just me. But I'm not a big risk taker and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's fun. So, and you guys want to see, I'll try and do, I forgot to bring my Phantom with me today. I was going to do like an overhead, and like a short video of like the track and everything like that with the Phantom, for you guys, so you could see some really cool video footage. So I'll hopefully remember that next time for you guys. I'm trying to do more stuff with the Phantom, because they are kind of sitting around, and I'm doing a lot more racing lately, if you guys haven't noticed. That's kind of where my channel is kind of going to, is a lot more of the racing stuff. But I am working with GearBest again, so hopefully they can send some more things my way. and we can do some more reviews and builds and things like that. I know I was talking to Matt Roper today and some of the other FPV guys. Matt Roper does a whole video, a YouTube channel as well, so look him up on YouTube. Go to Team Defiance. He has a whole awesome, he does awesome FPV videos. So if you guys love FPV stuff and racing stuff, check out Team Defiance. He's one of the local pilots here, and he's a really awesome, good pilot. If you want to check out some really cool Tiny Whoop stuff, check out a local pilot. There is Steve Neutron. He just goes by Neutron, and if you just YouTube him, I think he's got his own channel, and he does all kinds of Tiny Whoop stuff like that. So yeah, Tiny Whoop right now is getting big. There's a lot of people getting into it, and I love doing Tiny Whoop stuff. It's really fun. So, but yeah, so I think we'll keep this thing open for maybe another couple minutes here, guys, and then I'm going to let everybody go. I've got to get that thing programmed into Betaflight, and I've got to take that one down off the wall, see why the receiver would not arm, and I've got a lot of things I've got to do with my drones so I can get them ready to fly and have backups. And then hopefully, like I said, I'm going to do a special video for GearBest for their 4th year anniversary, and that'll be coming up Tuesday. So it'll be kind of like an in-between video. It'll be an extra video just for them. So they asked me to do that, and I told them I would. So, and I'm going to be doing a video on this one. Now, I'm not going to be doing a complete video on this, but definitely Steve or Scott, yes, definitely see you. It was good for you to join. I appreciate that. But I'll definitely, guys, as I kind of do the steps on this one, I will do a video for you guys so you can see kind of where I'm at. So, oh, and Rob's grandkids are there. So yes, priorities, family first. Absolutely. On that note, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and stop the video for today. So thank you to everybody that tuned in today. Thank you for all the awesome questions. If I missed your question, if you're watching this later and you have a question for me, put it down in the comments below and I will respond to you. I don't know to respond right away, but I will get to your question for you guys. So, and thank you for the awesome support. Thank you for all the viewers. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you to all my patrons. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. You're awesome. Thank you so very, very much. So, and on that note, guys, while you're waiting for the next video, let's keep our drones up in the air and flying high. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for hanging out with me, and have an awesome day.